Stay tuned for more exciting action. Fans, Boston Garden, Saturday night, September the 8th, the World Wrestling Federation is going to be back in town. Andre the Giant to meet Rowdy Roddy Piper. In addition, in a six-man tag, get this, it is going to be Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans, plus Sergeant Slaughter on one side. Their opponents, how about this trio, this tandem, Adrian Adonis, Dick Murdoch, and Fast Count Captain Lou Albano. You're going to actually be in the ring?
Yeah, I'll be in the ring. Never mind.
Doesn't look like
First of all, I want to say,
I
know that's in your opinion, but it's an optical illusion on your part. And I want to say hello to Eddie, Mark, and Jimmy. Eddie Edelman. Okay, brother, Captain's coming your way. What a card in the Boston area, man. Look at that main event, Roddy Piper against Andre the Giant, my good friend Roddy Piper. That's going to be, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to film that entire match.
Snowball's chance.
I think he's got a very good chance. Andre's a big goof and a freak of nature, and he can be, mentally, he hasn't got any mental power, so the man can be fooled.
Well done.
And you got my main man, you got Greg Valentine. I mean, he's going to be heavy, brother. You got the Freebirds coming up to Boston, I believe, for the first time. They're up against the Moondogs, and you know I got a personal investment and interest in the Moondogs. Got it all together, but let's talk about the tag team match. I got my champions. Let's talk about the world champions, Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch, at my side. I'm merely there as a guiding light against Iron Jaw and against Alpha and Sika, formerly my men, with the brain of dehydrated BBs. Go ahead, brother. Tell me something about it.
Straight, Captain. You just stand on the apron and stand there and be your normal self, because you're liable to be more of a hindrance than you are a help.
Don't go that far.
I'll guarantee you what. Slaughter, Alpha, and Sika, come to Boston and be ready for a battle, because the team of Adonis, Murdoch, and the captain are definitely going to give you a whipping. And I'll guarantee you what, there ain't a lot of people up there, and there's nothing happening in Yankee Place. We're seeing this match. But we're definitely going to show up.
I'll tell you what, you hit a restaurant in the Boston area, I'll tell you, you get the best seafood in the world.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ptomaine poison?
A lot of clams up there.
Okay, yes. Adrian Adonis, I don't see anything strange about you in the least.
Neither do I. I want to tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. I use that term extra loosely. Alpha and Sika couldn't get the job done. Couldn't get the job done before, so they hired themselves a mercenary. A man that couldn't hit the World Trade Center with a pellet rifle. So there you go. They're going down again. Nothing upstairs, nothing right here.
Hey, smart.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Boston Garden, Saturday, September the 8th, and we're going to be right back. Wrestling Federation back at the Boston Garden on Saturday night, September the 8th. Talk about action. Andre the Giant to meet Rowdy Roddy Piper. I will have to say one thing. In my opinion, Piper certainly has got his hands full with the biggest professional athlete in the world, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. Six-man tag team bout on one side. Adonis Murdoch and Captain Lou Albano on the other. The trio of Alpha Sika Wild Samoans plus Sergeant Slaughter. Rick McGraw to meet Greg the Hammer Valentine, also on that card. The fabulous Freebirds in Boston to meet Moondogs, Rex and Spot. Ken Patera, weightlifter, matter of fact, a medal winner in the 1972 Olympics in Munich, to go against Chief J. Strongbow. B. Brian Blair, come on in. Brian, you're going to be going against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, and about the only thing that you and Mr. Orndorff have in common is the fact that you both hail from Tampa, Florida.
And I'm glad, Gene. You know, 2 weeks from tonight, right here in the Boston Garden, we're going to settle it, Paul Orndorff. Last time we were in Boston Garden, you set a new track record because everybody in Boston saw you run from me. You had your tail tucked between your legs like an old dog that just got kicked. Let me tell you something, Paul Orndorff. The only way you know how to win a wrestling match is by cheating. You stick your feet on the ropes. You grab somebody's tights. You hit them from behind. Well, you're a snake, Paul Orndorff. You crawl on the ground, and everybody out there knows it. You know what? Those people in Boston are the greatest fans in the world, and I'm going to say that right here on nationwide television because they stuck behind me. They had all those signs up that said Paula, and you know, he got real mad.
Oh, he becomes livid. He becomes incensed with the signs, Paula. Don't do that, ladies and gentlemen of the Boston Garden. Do not bring signs that say Paula. It upsets him beyond belief.
Well, I wouldn't take that advice, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and do it, because when he gets mad, he loses his senses. He stops thinking, and he has a hard time thinking as it is, and those signs help a lot. But Paul Orndorff, let me tell you something. Mr. Self-proclaimed Mr. Wonderful, you think you're the most wonderful thing that ever happened. You tell the people you got the hairstyle named after you and everything. Well, I'm going to prove to you that you're not as wonderful as you think you are. So you come on out there, and I promise you one thing. You're going to get 110% of me, and I'm not going to let up, because my old coach told me it's not a shame to get knocked down. It's a shame to stay down. So knock me down all you want, Paul Orndorff, and I'm going to get right back up and put it right back in your fat face.
Boston Garden, September the 8th. We'll see you here. mentioned earlier in previous television programs, a couple of gentlemen who are certainly gaining quite a reputation for their managerial expertise have got to be my two guests at this time. They have been in the World Wrestling Federation.
Got him over there. Anything
Wait a minute. Gentlemen, please.
Here we go,
Please. I'll conduct this interview, if I may. Wait a minute. Gentlemen, please. Please.
That's the balance of professional wrestling.
Wait a minute.
What do you want to know?
One at a time.
Balance of professional wrestling. Go ahead, ask me what you want to know, and I'll tell you no lies.
You know, I just wanted to mention our song and dance man here.
Is he quick?
Is he just
Is he quick on his feet?
like a rabbit?
Look at that. Juggle that. What do you want to know, Gene?
You know, Count Lou Albano, you have certainly had a number of champions.
14 to be exact.
Well, 14, what, a total
Tag
of 14?
teams, total of 14 tag team champions, and I'm now negotiating, perhaps, I won't say I am, but I'm looking at the new champions, scouting them, filming in entirety. You know, I'm watching. I appreciate great talent. You know that.
You had quite an unfortunate thing happen to you as of late. One of the great lady champions that you happen to manage, that didn't...
Well, I didn't manage her. I was merely the advisor. Women don't belong in the ring. They're all there cleaning house, doing dishes, and having babies. The women got the brain, as I said, of dehydrated BBs. They belong in the house. This is a man's sport. It's not for women. I didn't manage Moolah. I was merely there as a technical advisor, but she's a half-wit like the other one that Wendy, whatever her name was, Rector. Women don't belong in the ring. It's a man's sport. So if you listen, Moolah and Richter, Rectum, Richter, whatever your name is, you don't belong in the ring. This is for men. You got it, Cindy Rectum?
All right.
Rector,
You know, I can readily understand why y'all do a double take when a great Freddie Blassie and Captain Noel Banner walk down the street, because that's the first time they've ever seen two men at one time walking right down the alley. All these women that love to look and love to touch, but I tell those geeks at home, you can look, but don't you touch. Captain Noel Banner and Freddie Blassie are in there doing double time. You know what I'm talking about? We're great men. We have great ability. We have great knowledge. A lot of vast knowledge. We take it and we guide all of our men the same thing, right to the top at all times. How do you like this little gem I want out of it?
Can I just make one
Yeah,
compliment?
talk anything you want.
I'm going to
Go
pay
ahead.
the...
All right,
two
anything
gentlemen,
you want. Ready, say right
I'd
here,
like
Lou.
to pay the two of you a compliment. I would just love to sit someplace, Sardi's, wherever, and have dinner with the two of you sometime.
I love, wait a minute, Fred. I love women wrestlers.
you do.
I believe everyone should have one for a pet.
Yeah, well, you can do.
Heavyweight champion,